top of Australia here.
Horribly close to that tyre there.
This is like a new car.
Dad's cleaning himself.
Oh look, no, it's on. Whoop.
That's a wolf spider. You ready? Got a shorty wetsuit going.
There's a street parade on.
What's that over there? We made it, guys.
Yeah, we made it. There's a snake.
Means that we're going to be having a little baby.
Sitting at the south point all by myself.
We're back in Melbourne after lapping the country, but the trip's not over yet.
Well, having now finished the lap of the whole country, we've only got Tassie to go with about 5 weeks to spend down Tassie. So given we've come back through Melbourne, it's given us a good opportunity to unload some of the gear that we're really not going to need in Tassie.
On our way to the Melbourne airport. It's 8:30. Our flight leaves at 9:10, so we did a tiny bit behind schedule, but nothing to worry about. So we're going to go and see Nana. And we've got about 4 days in Adelaide to get all things sorted out. House, school, kindy, removalist, dentist,
House.
so on. And as well as catch up with family, of course. So we're leaving Stevie B to get organised to go to Tassie tonight. Ready for his big walk.
Yay!
With Jen and the girls now in Adelaide, I've got 12 days to get down to Tassie and walk the 80-kilometre Overland Track. Then I'll meet them in Devonport when they come over on the ferry as well. It's about a 12-hour trip across Bass Strait, but it's through the night, so I should be able to get some sleep along the way.
So I've made it to Tassie and driven off the boat. Now I'm just heading up into the mountains, my way to Crandall Mountain. And my plan is to spend today getting organised and then start the walk, the overland walk tomorrow. Just taking some of this spectacular Tasmanian countryside. It's reminding me about how beautiful this place is. Certainly glad that we decided to include it in our big lap itinerary.
I'm planning to take about 8 days to walk the 80 kilometres of the Overland Track, so I split my food into one-day packs, which should make it easy to manage. Apart from huts to sleep in, there's no services on the track, so you have to carry everything in and out. The idea is to have just enough, so if I plan it right, I should finish with just a bunch of empty Ziploc bags.
Well, it's certainly a grey old day for the start of the walk here. The car's got to sit here for a week and a half and I can't help be a little bit nervous about that. I've put a few padlocks on the various openings in the car, the box on the roof and the back door of the trailer. So I've also padlocked the actual trailer to the car just so that someone doesn't undo the trailer and take off with that. From here I leave the car and I go and get a shuttle bus right up to the start of the walk, which is about 10 k's further up the road, and then we're off. Boardwalks to start with, which is nice, and it's quite windy. Of course the wind is right in my face, which always makes it easier, doesn't it? But yeah, they reckon rain this afternoon, so might be quite thankful for the investment in wet weather gear.
This is Crater Lake, and it's where the track starts to head seriously uphill towards Cradle Mountain. I can see some other walkers up there on the slopes working their way up. I think I'll pass on a swim at this stage.
First serious climb of the whole walk. Mind you, I'm only 3 or 4 kilometres in, so it's pretty early days.
The Overland Track's one of the most popular walking tracks in Australia, with about 8,000 walkers completing the track every year. To manage all the foot traffic, between October 1st and May 31st, you need to book a spot and choose the day you plan to leave. Although once you start, you can take as long as you like to finish. During this peak period, you can only walk north to south from Ronnie Creek to Lake St Clair. The peak of Cradle Mountain's about a 1 kilometre detour off the track from here, but it looks like it's under thick fog, so I'm going to give it a miss. Only 34 independent walkers can start on the track each day, and with everyone walking the same direction, it stops the track feeling crowded. There's also a $200 fee to pay when you book, but that covers the use of the huts and the maintenance of the track, so it's pretty reasonable. So far I've felt like I've had the track pretty much to myself all day.
And what an amazing contrast today is from yesterday. Yesterday it was blowing a gale and quite cold and raining here and there. And today we wake up and the sky's perfectly blue and there's no wind whatsoever, and it's about the most perfect day you can imagine. So I guess that's the nature of the countryside up here. It can just do anything. It's only about 3 hours walk to Windermere Hut, which is the next one down. And I'm going to stop in at Lake Wheels along the way and have lunch. But it's probably the flattest and shortest day of the whole walk.
I've managed to catch up to Kristen and Robin, who I met at the last hut.
So how are you feeling?
Good, invigorated. Yeah.
With great weather like this, pretty much everyone's got their tents out tonight.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, so cute. I can see the eyes.
These wallabies are very common around the huts, and they're not the least bit worried about us.
Oh, yummy, eh? That's the secret.
They'd love to get some food, but I don't think anyone's going to be sharing any with them.
Dry fruit.
Another beautiful day on the Overland Track. It's about 6 AM and absolutely freezing, so a hot cuppa and some porridge are on the menu.
See you down there, folks. Ready to go, guys?
Yes, I can't lift it up. You have to make that noise.
Never had a sore knee in my life, and what's the chances of it happening on the Overland Track?
You should have never have said that yesterday. And what did you say?
I said
Never
I
had
never get some
legs.
legs.
I'm not speaking today. What do you
Never
go?
win $1 million in Tasmania.
I like it.
The terrain changes dramatically along the track, going from button grass plains to these dense forests, and then back to the plains again. Today we're heading for Pelion Hut, which is about 16 kilometres away and one of the longest stretches. I managed to twist my knee yesterday, and I thought it would be better this morning, but it's actually worse, so I'm having to take it pretty easy. There's still a long way to go.
This would have to be about one of the most spectacular parts of the walk so far. It's like an enchanted forest. Very Lord of the Rings. Pretty hard to walk through though. There's just mud and tree roots everywhere, and my knee's giving me a bit of trouble. And this is not helping it, obviously.
There's so many creeks and streams along the track like this one that you really only need to carry a litre or two of water, which helps to keep the pack weight down.
Let me take away the headache.
It turns out that Rosemary here is a doctor, so she's taking a look at my knee to make sure it's nothing serious.
There's no bad injury there.
I think it'll be right.
That's all I can really tell you, but I don't think it's going to do anything awful to you.
I think my knee will recover with a day off. And let's face it, there's worse places to chill out for a day.
We've scaled 2 mountains the last 2 days.
Three
mountains.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's where the car is. We've got to go.
Yeah. That's usually a deciding factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
which mountains have you been up?
Pelion West,
Yep.
Ossa, and Doris.
Wow, good effort.
Yeah, well done.
Did you get any snow up there?
I've only been
Patches.
awesome.
Yeah.
Patches of snow.
I'm impressed with you.
Only also.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 82 in a week's time.
Wow, thanks.
That is fantastic.
Congratulations.
Very
Well done. You're inspiring.
Awesome effort.
And
Yeah.
I've said now that I won't go up again.
Wait till you get old before you make a decision like that.
It was certainly a lot harder than what I remembered at the previous two.
How many times have you done it?
Well, I think this must be the fourth.
Yeah, but
First
ask him
one
how
was
many
15
times he's
years
done the
ago.
Overland Track.
How many times?
8 times.
8
Wow.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray told me after I turned the camera off that he didn't even start hiking the Overland Track until he was in his 60s, and he's done it 8 times since then. I'd love to think I'm out here hiking when I'm in my 80s.
So it's the Mount Oakley Challenge today.
Oakley Challenge. Just in case we don't get up Ossa
Yeah,
if it's snowing.
which it's forecast.
Yes, it is. Snow on the mountaintop.
See you guys, have fun.
Fortunately, I've given myself 8 days to finish the track, so I can afford to take a day off and let my knee recover. I'd love to be taking a hike up Mount Oakley though. I'll just have to save that for the next trip.
G'day.
How you going?
Good.
Ready to go again?
Yeah, I reckon.
How's that knee?
It's a lot better today.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's good.
So I better get the rain cover out.
Yeah, won't miss you, will we?
No. No getting warm today.
It was raining when we left this morning, so we all had our wet weather gear on. But sure enough, it's cleared up and we're getting hot.
It's the best way to get rid of the rain.
Yeah. Or to make it come back.
You're gonna make it. It's gonna start raining now, you know.
Come on, full.
Don't you hurt your knee.
So delicately done.
We've gone from just about getting sunburnt, well in fact some people did get sunburnt a day and a half ago, to it's actually snowing.
Does strange things to people, snow.
Are you French? Yes, I am.
Mad.
I come from Switzerland to see snow.
With the snow coming down thick and fast outside, it's a good time to be inside a nice warm hut, even if it is pretty crowded.
What have we got?
We got carbonara for dinner tonight. Give you some indication of how cold it is.
Oh,
Mine's better.
oh, what have you got?
Mushroom risotto.
Ooh,
Yum.
It stopped snowing this morning and the sky's clearing up. There's still a nice cover of snow on the ground.
A nice start
What's that?
to the day.
Something worth filming, you think?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just up there.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Pretty cool.
As the day warms up, the snow in the treetops is melting, causing it to rain under the trees. Everything in this region has been influenced by water one way or another, starting with glaciers which have carved out most of this landscape over the last 2 million years. The last one only melted about 10,000 years ago.
Lightning strike. Quite black.
Yeah, it does look blacker, doesn't it?
Just leaving up the top too.
Yeah.
So all of the forest we're walking through here is less than 10,000 years old, and the layer of soil beneath our feet hasn't had very long to build up. So it's very shallow, and the high rainfall washes it away in many areas, exposing the rock beneath. Because the dirt's so shallow and wet, the tree roots grow along the surface, which makes for some tough going. It also results in lots of streams and bogs as the water can't seep down very far, so the ground stays waterlogged. Fortunately, the rangers build boardwalks over the worst sections. If you leave your packs anywhere to walk down a side track like this one to Ferguson Falls, make sure your packs are strapped up nice and tight, because the crows are pretty smart and will get into them and steal your food, and there's nowhere to buy any more.
what would you say to anybody else thinking about coming doing this walk?
Do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be organised, but do it.
Pack
Yeah.
Ziploc bags.
Yeah, yes. Make sure there's metho in Launceston.
Yeah. No metho shortage.
What a great way to start the day.
This is a hut last night where 9 people slept. And I walked in here last night and I arrived. I got about this far in the door and I could barely move. There was just people everywhere and gear everywhere, and I just thought, nah, we'll sleep outside tonight.
Well, I'm on the home stretch now with just 10 kilometres to go along the edge of Lake St Clair.
Actually rained most of the night last night, so the track's nice and muddy this morning.
It's worth keeping an eye out for these guys when you're walking the Overland Track. This is a fairly large tiger snake and they are venomous, so you don't want to get too close. A good reason to wear gaiters and long pants so that if you do accidentally step on one, there's less chance of it biting you.
Soon warm up once you get walking, that's for sure. Shave. $79 down, 1 to go. So that's it. We've almost made it. And I must admit I feel better now than I did when I started. I thought I'd be limping in. But on the contrary, I feel fitter and stronger and feel like I could realistically rest for a day or two and go and do it all again. There you go, that's the Overland Track. Wanted to do it for years, finally got to do it. Loved every second of it. Frankly, it's completely exceeded my expectations. The amount of work and effort that has gone and continues to go into the track to maintain it is just unbelievable. Kind of expecting there to be a banner across the track with a finish line on or something like that. I might be expecting a bit much.
Now all I have to do is sign the book and
We're finished.
now it's time for something not rehydrated from a packet.
Real food. Here they come. Been seeing them for about a week and a half, so pretty desperate to catch up. How much have I missed them? Unbelievable. I reckon the only downside to living in a camper trailer for 16 months is the fact that you're all sort of bunched into this one little space. And the girls wake up in the morning at 5:30 or some other ungodly hour and they jump up on the bed and they're waking us up and it's like, oh. But I'm kind of looking forward to that tomorrow. I was filming the boat and I was looking for you. But you're out there somewhere. And all of a sudden I saw these hands going, wait. There they are.
It's only a few days to Christmas, and now that we're all back together, we're heading down to Hobart where we can do a bit of Christmas shopping.
What do you got?
Some greasy noodles.
Greasy noodles.
Best thing about markets is greasy Asian food.
You can tell I'm pregnant already, can't you?
This is where we'll be spending our salubrious Christmas day. So, what's this? Our little Christmas tree here, see?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
We're going to put the decorations on there. Figured out we should have this.
Okay.
I don't know what it's for though.
Oh, it's pretty easy to see what it's for.
Hair?
There, see? It's a wig.
Have the Saras.
Are you Sarah?
Yeah.
You'll be there. Pink and purple. There could be a little blue strand of beads on there next year.
Yeah, it will be.
There's loads of it. 1,000 strands of it, so.
How about we all put it on the sand? It could be a sand decoration. Yeah.
What do you think of our budding interior decorators here? See if we can actually see any remnants of the tree in amongst all that. Oh yeah, look, there's some there.
Ah, look at that. Look,
Alright, look at that.
Oh, that looks
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Right, you go and play. See ya. Right, keep going, I'll stand going.
Okay. Other people here, so.
Well, it's starting to look like Christmas now. So if it doesn't rain tonight and flood the floor, otherwise we're in real trouble. Now we go in there, chief present wrapper.
Well, good stuff's done.
Yeah, sitting on the lids off our food and kitchen tubs so that they don't get wet because it's been raining outside for quite some time now.
Bucketing is probably the right word for it.
Santa's getting a muesli bar, is he?
Yep.
And what are the reindeer getting?
Oh, banana.
Well, that's a bit of a luxury, isn't it?
Yeah.
A couple of bucks each these days.
Little baby stuff.
Well, it sure knows how to rain down here in Tassie, and it doesn't even take a day off for Christmas. Fortunately, we put the Christmas trees and presents on the food tub lid because our floor is soaked.
Thank you.
Santa bean?
Santa's been alright. Can't come back from the lake. So this is a bit of a good, we've got a moat thing happening
Yeah.
here.
Santa was pretty clever. He put them on the seats like that so they wouldn't be sitting on the ground.
That's good, isn't it?
Look at that, hey? Wow. How's that rain, eh? All night, non-stop.
Some visions of lakes.
Yeah.
What?
She's busting.
I said presents. Yes.
Oh, we were going to have a cup of tea first.
No. Oh, look, they got reindeers. Oh, my presents. Look all these presents.
What is it? What is it? I can't see.
Oh, a black belly skirt. This is what I wanted.
It's a scooter.
You're not moving anywhere.
Chef extraordinaire.
Well, Christmas is all about presents for kids, but for me, it's all about food. And we start the day with a nice breakfast. So,
Is that my one?
yeah,
I just want a little bit, okay?
just tiny little bit.
Yeah.
Say when.
That'll do.
Here's something I prepared earlier.
A
There you
feast.
go, look at that.
Fit freaking.
It's like a restaurant, isn't it?
Well, except for the plastic plate.
What's wrong with that plastic plate? It's been most of the way around the country, that plate. There you go.
Most of the way. All the way.
With Christmas out of the way, it's time for us to catch up with our good mates, the Friend family. Simon, Bryony and Billy Friend live in Melbourne, but Simon's family lives here in Tassie, and they're down here for Christmas as well. So we're going to spend a few days hanging out with them. We've left the kids and the mums back at the house, and Simon and his nephew Toby reckon they're going to show me how to catch a trout in one of the local rivers.
Water tanks plenty. We run out, it's all your fault. We've taken Mum's car and she doesn't know we've got it. So there's another factor.
That's
We've got
another
to
one.
consider later.
Yeah,
We're weaving our way up the valley now.
yeah. This is Glen Huon.
Glen Huon, we're in the Glen.
Huon River runs off to the right, all the way along. We got to get out to Judbury.
So this is the secret trout fishing spot.
This is a secret spot. Yeah.
Very common knowledge, but secret. In the sense that
Only known by those who know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Brendy's our star trout fisherman. Can show us how it's done.
Yeah.
A lifetime dedicated to extracting fish from the sea one way or another.
Yeah.
Fresh and salt water.
We're not catching 80 kilo yellowfin on hand lines today.
Not today?
No, not today. Today we're just going for a bit of relaxation, get away from the city. All the stresses,
We're getting into the water.
walk in the water. People need to appreciate what it means to actually walk in a river where you become part of the river.
I'm going to do away with the
When you're
gumboot
ready
technique.
himself.
The gumboots can go, and I'm getting walking into the water technique.
Toby's not wasting any time, he's straight into it. Meanwhile, Simon's still trying to get his tackle sorted out. Toby's favouring an open river strategy, while Simon on the other hand is confident the trout are lurking in the shadows of the road bridge. Toby's heading off upriver, maybe has a secret fishing hole he's not telling us about. While Simon looks more interested in playing with the trees than catching a fish. We'll wait and see how that one works out. Okay, he's back into it now.
Haven't been trout fishing for a while, lost a bit of form. My nephew's wandered up the river. Beautiful day though. I've got a couple of hookups. My legs are wet. But I haven't gone in any further. But Stephen thought might be a good idea. The day's not over yet.
Go to TV if you go and call
The day's not over yet. Next strategy is we're going to walk up and find Toby and get away from this public environment, which is the wharf.
You got to come through here.
We can get through.
Yep.
You right there, mate?
Yeah, I'm right, mate. Blackfish. Have to get a man.
Well, the boys are determined to show me a trout one way or another, so we're heading further upriver and away from the road so we can see if we can land one or two. Simon thinks he's found one.
Good thought. Oh no, there he is. Yeah, I think I had a look, but it's too short. Righto, good fish too. Fractionally short, wasn't it? Righto. Come up, walk up with him. Beautiful, magnificent. Ah, Stevie, that's what it's about. Now, that's what fishing's about. You don't need Rex Hunt, and you got Toby inside. And it's a keeper. Yeah, a little beauty. Keep the hook in him.
Brownie.
Russell River Brown. And
Beautiful. It's taking him on the Celta.
Taking him on the Celta in the dappled light.
Oh.
Oh, down in the blackberry.
Action. Action.
Full action.
Action, MacGyver.
No Rex Hunt here. We'll cook him up tonight.
It's MacGyver. Here we go.
Take him out.
Get the barb out. There he is. Yeah. Nice, beautiful
Now,
little fish.
Can you introduce yourself as the person who caught this fish?
Yep, I'm Toby, and of course caught this nice little brownie in the Russell.
Russell
There he
River,
is. And I'm pretty keen to get in and get another one.
Yeah. Let's make a meal of it, eh?
Yep.
After another half an hour of casting, the number of fish caught was still just the one. So we've called it a day. We're heading back to cook up the day's catch for dinner. Today the hunt for fresh seafood continues, but this time we're after a highly valued delicacy of the sea, the abalone, which thrive in these clean, cold southern waters. Tasmania supplies about 25% of the world abalone, so hopefully we'll have more luck finding them than we did the trout.
How are you enjoying the boating lifestyle?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
When are you going to become a millionaire and get me a boat?
One day. Right, mate, get your gear off. Get your rubber suit on, in you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, da-da. It's the true athlete from Melbourne look.
How deep are you diving here, mate?
Oh, mate, probably about 7, 8 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. Jellies.
Bye, Toad. See you when you come back.
There he is.
What a weapon. Claustrophobia kicks in. A bit tighter than it was last year. Pull. Now, push the flap over.
Friendy's going a very dark shade of blue
You got
there.
it tight enough? You might have to tighten it up later again. Tighter the better.
You probably should do a bit of training before you go diving. Make sure you're in good physical condition.
Go backwards.
Good luck. Head for the shoreline. And offload.
While Toby and Simon swim over to the shallows, we're taking the tinny so they can offload all the abalone.
You got some there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's alright. No, hey, he's got a big one over there he wants you to get for him. We'll measure them properly when we get them back to the boat.
Just like any other seafood, abalone have a daily bag limit and a minimum size, so any that are undersized will go back. How's that for a catch? I sure hope they taste better than they look.
Enough lead. Oh, he's got one. Big-ish.
Well done, Friendy. You found one.
He's size, I reckon. He's a legal size.
We've got enough for a feed now, so we'll head back and cook up a couple for lunch.
Are they hanging on to the bottom of the boat?
Yes, that's
They suck on pretty well.
They are. They're still alive.
Got to measure them up properly to throw back the small ones.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm alright.
His shoulder in a minute.
Well, it's a good waxing job.
Right, go quick on this. I'm claustrophobic.
That's not the ideal suit to get. If you're a person that can afford anything, don't get the claustrophobia unit. Get the strap-on one.
Around 36. That's 150. Right.
Keep him.
Waist size, yeah. Abalone nice pre, always the best. The wide nose on it. See that?
Just like the razorfish we caught back in Port Lincoln, there's a technique to getting the meat out and into the pan.
When you cook them, you usually slice them, for example, like this, little slices.
Oh yeah.
Fry them up.
Let's go inside and see how they're cooked.
Lots of people do lots of different things with them, but they're very rich, very dense meat, and we tend to just like to have them as they are.
So the only two ingredients you need are butter and garlic.
You know, people traditionally egg and breadcrumb them and coat them in all sorts of things, and really all you ever taste then is all the other bits and pieces. We think that if you go to eat abalone, you just eat it.
The Nagoya style. Once again. Oh, the presentation. Cooking shows. No. Leave it to the sister.
Just stick to catching them, mate.
I'll come in for a connoisseur's touch. Here we go.
Bit like razorfish.
Yeah.
Down Port Lincoln.
Well, I reckon this is firmer texture.
Yeah, it's quite. It's sort of like calamari, isn't it? Got a bit of a calamari kind of texture to it. This is lunch.
It is.
There are a lot of worse ways to spend a day, that's for sure. And tonight's New Year's Eve, so we're heading back into the dock at Hobart to join the party and watch the fireworks. Being on the boat, we've pretty much got the best vantage point for the night.
So we're just kicking back, relaxing. Vanessa's taken the girls over to watch the street performer, so it's given me a nice bit of free time. Landed on our feet, you know, in the Hobart docks on a boat, enjoying the friend and Shields family hospitality very nicely.
After a week in and around Hobart, it's time to head north back towards Devonport and sadly, the end of our 16-month adventure. Mount Field National Park's a beautiful spot to camp, and it's going to be our base for a couple of days so we can take a trip out to the Styx Valley. Looks like a couple of the locals have come out to say hello. This echidna thinks if he hides his face we can't see him.
Dad, look at all the dead trees.
We're heading out to check out the giant Eucalyptus regnans trees in the Styx Valley, but it's impossible not to see the remnants of rainforest on the way.
Look at the dead trees. Yeah.
The Styx Valley is one of the more hotly contested areas between environmentalists who want to see the forest preserved and the logging industry which would rather turn it into wood chips. I've been showing Jen and the girls the video and photos from my Overland Track hike, so it's great to bring them out to see some of this amazing rainforest for themselves.
What is it? It's ferns growing on the tree, isn't it?
It's ferns going on the tree.
Is it soft?
It's soft.
These Eucalyptus regnans are some of the tallest trees on Earth, growing to over 90 metres high and 20 metres around the base.
Huge.
They grow relatively quickly and can reach 65 metres in their first 50 years. Assuming they aren't cut down first, they can live as long as 400 years or possibly even longer. With as much as 300 tonnes of wood in these big trees, it's easy to see why they're so valuable as timber and wood chips. For my money though, I prefer to see them just like this.
Although the risks to health are low, to ensure water is safe for drinking, authorities suggest it should be treated by boiling for 3 minutes before drinking. So they're saying, you know, it's probably not going to make you sick, but it's always a good idea to check first. So, but that's all right, we'll just have a look at it anyway. You know, I reckon the risk might be high.
I reckon you might be right.
I'm not going to be drinking that one.
It seems that was the last of the fine weather for a while, because for most of the last 5 days we've had almost non-stop rain.
They say in Tassie there's no such thing as bad weather, just different forms of good weather. But I'll have to say this is my least favourite form of good weather. Especially when you've got to set up a campfire. It's now day 3. It's been raining, and we are over it. We have had enough, and it's ready for the rain to stop, I hope. It's very wet outside. So I think we're all going a bit stir crazy. Yeah. It's called cabin fever, and we're suffering from it at the moment. So we've been basically trapped in here for 2 days. And the weather forecast is going to clear it tomorrow. We desperately want to get out to Straw and have a good look around and get a bit of fresh air and, you know, have a holiday and all that. We've got, what day is it today? It's
Sunday.
Sunday, so we've got 5 days to go before that's it. Trip's finished.
It's the next day and finally some blue sky. We're going to make the most of it with one more excursion before it's time to head to Devonport to catch the ferry.
Sunshine.
We've made it into Strawn and our first priority is to make some lunch.
1 for me, 4 for me after that one. I couldn't eat that many. Just trying to get through 3. Madame over here wants an egg sandwich, so...
Have some sausage with your sauce.
Yeah.
We've jumped on board the West Coast Wilderness Railway, which is a steam train that runs between Strawn and Queenstown. The railway was originally built and owned by the Mount Lyell Mining Company and began running in 1897 and was used to ship copper being mined at Queenstown to markets. The line ran up until 1963, before being closed down due to increasing maintenance costs and improvements in road access from the north. Following some very committed campaigning by locals on the west coast, the line and 2 of the engines were restored with $20 million in funding provided by the federal and state governments and some private investment. And the railway was up and running again just after Christmas in 2002. Jumping on board the train's a great way to see the Tassie wilderness up close, and there's several stops along the way like this one where you can get off and stretch your legs. Sitting on the train watching the well go by, as beautiful as the scenery is, there's no doubt that our thoughts are somewhere else. With only a few days to go before we have to be back on the ferry, it's hard not to think about the trip ending and the reality that we need to go back to everyday life. Savanna is starting school. We want her to be there on the first day of term. We've also run out of money and we've been giving our credit cards a workout for the last couple of months, so it's time to get back to work. With a new baby on the way, Jen needs to be taking it easy, and she's already thinking about building a new nest.
Can't wait till the girls have their own little playroom.
So as much as we'd like to turn around and do the whole trip again in the other direction, the reality is that we have to get back to civilization, get back to work and get on with life.
All nice and neat. Daddy likes them neat.
We're going to live in Woodside in the Adelaide Hills, where my mum has an investment property that we can rent for a year or two while we get back into the swing of things. Jen and the girls went over to have a look at it while I was walking the Overland Track, but I've never been there before, so it's all new to me. After so many years of dreaming about travelling around Australia, I'm finding it hard to believe that we've actually done it, and the trip's nearly over. It really has been the adventure of a lifetime. Some people say we're crazy spending our life savings on this trip, but we can always earn more money. The experiences we've had and the memories we've made are priceless, and something we'll have for the rest of our lives. It's a dream that many people share, but most wait until they're retired and travel as grey nomads. And no doubt we'll do that as well. But I'm glad we chose to go while we were younger and could experience it with our girls. They've had an experience that will stay with them for their lifetime. And even though they're probably too young to remember most of it, at least they'll be able to watch the film one day. Thanks for coming along with us on our journey. And I really hope we've inspired you to get out there and have an adventure and see Australia for yourself.
5:55 a.m. I didn't think this boat got in until 7. For some ungodly reason it's here at 6. It's just hideous.
You came home this morning on the Spirit of Tasmania. Is there one word that sort of encapsulates how you feel when you got off that boat this morning after such an enormous trip and such an enormous challenge?
Satisfied.
Satisfied?
Yeah.
Done.
You feel like you've achieved your goals?
Yeah. It's not a. I mean, as the trip was going along, I started to sort of dread the end because you sort of think, well, we're having so much fun, but it's kind of complete now. We did what we set out to do, and we're ready to move on.
You can see the arm there, and the arm here, and the heart here, and the baby's 2 legs, and the baby.
You see the baby there?
Yeah. What happened to the baby?
Nothing. Strong regular heartbeat of 156 beats per minute.
How do you feel now?
Good.
Yeah?
Happy. Relieved. All that.
A lot of people find reasons not to do things, but the object is to find ways to do things. Because it's not the things that you do you regret; it's the things you don't do. It's when you look back and think, gee, I should have done that. I had the opportunity. I could have made it happen. I didn't do it. That's what you regret. You won't go on this trip and look back and say that was a dumb idea. Taking off around Australia for a year. I've never met anybody who's done it and regretted it. Everyone says, oh, that was such a high point in my life. Wish I could do it again.
So many people said to me, you're so brave, and blah blah. And I don't think that I am. I don't think I'm brave or courageous or any of those things. I just dared to step out and do it.
Step out of the comfort zone.
And do it, and just do it. And you realise that you've got so much more in you than you ever thought possible, than you ever dreamed. Yeah. And you just get out and do it. Yeah.
It sorts itself out.
Yeah. it.
I need holiday.
Good.
Yeah, wait.
Good.
Yeah.
No, no, this is not Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
There's the truck.
Look at you with the schoolgirl dress there, hey?
With that. Okay?
Yeah.
Comfortable?
So how do you feel about starting school today?
Excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you excited about the most?
Oh, all of it.
Yeah?
It's so heavy. I feel like cardboard.
Remember your first day at school?
Yes.
Can you?
Oh.
Cool.
Do you remember when you went to high school?
I do, darling. But I don't remember my first day of primary school.
Love you. Have a wonderful day. I know you will. Alright? It's heartbroken. Look at you. You just took it time. You're little. You're so little.
It's all a bit scary, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah. There you go. Now just hang on to this little tight.
Sure.
There you go.
No.
Decided you were going to girl number 3.
No. Just let it go.
Was a nice even number.
Yeah. There she is. This is Sienna. And this is Sara. And this is Savanna. Oh. You got a kiss for me? Mwah. You got a kiss for baby? Oh, that's lovely. You got a kiss for your sister? Look. Oh, look up. Look up. Oh, do you want a bit of chicken? You don't have any. There you go.